Get ready, Bear family! What's coming is going to shake the foundations of Chicago like a hurricane of pure adrenaline. 3 explosive news that will change the destiny of our franchise forever. First bomb. An elite guard who could be the most powerful human shield to protect the Bears' QB. A signing that will not only shield our offensive line, but will send a message of war to the entire NFL. Are you ready to see how a tank will change our strategy? Second news. A tight end that is charging millions for being practically invisible on the field. A contract that is more ghost than player. Are you ready to find out who is stealing our franchise's money? The Bears do not forgive, and an axe of changes is coming that will shake the locker rooms. Third explosion. A legendary coach who could be the savior the Bears need. A strategist who has transformed teams and who could be the architect of Chicago's rebirth. Ready to find out who could be the leader that will take our franchise back to glory? Subscribe now, Bear family. Don't miss a second of this news that will revolutionize our season. Chicago is about to explode. Good night, Bears family. I'm going to tell you something that is going to revolutionize our franchise, and no wonder. Today I come with a first time that will shake the foundations of Chicago. First of all, I tell you one thing. Trey Smith could be the lifeguard we need to protect our quarterback, Caleb Williams. And I'm not playing. It is more than a simple signing. It is a paradigm change for our beloved franchise. The situation is crystal clear. The Kansas City Chiefs are up against the wall with their salary situation. With approximately $21 million in cap space, they have several important players to renew. And I tell you something. This is our chance. I believe Ryan Poles has a golden chance to redeem himself after the Nate Davis fiasco. Trey Smith is not just any player. We are talking about an elite guard who has played in 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs and who could be the anchor our offensive line needs. Numbers that speak for themselves. 25 years old, 901 offensive snaps played, 0 sacks allowed this year, PFF grade of 76.7, potential $90 million contract. Now I ask you, are you ready to transform our offensive line? Strategically, Smith represents absolute protection for Caleb Williams. A guy who has started 63 consecutive games, he's practically a tank. His durability is legendary, and his blocking ability is top level. The data doesn't lie. Ranked as the 12th best guard in the NFL by Pro Football Focus. A player who not only protects, but opens ways at the line of scrimmage. I tell you something else. If the Chiefs can't keep him because of their financial situation, the Bears should launch like sharks. With $82 million of cap space, we have everything to convince Smith. A projected 4-year, $90 million contract would make him the highest-paid guard ever. A move that would not only protect Williams, but would send a clear message to the entire league. The Bears are back. The question I ask my audience today is, are you ready to see Trey Smith in the colors of the Bears? Gerald Everett, that dose million tight end is more of a ghost on the field than a professional player. I tell you what, this is a sports scandal. Look at the numbers. 7 passes, 20 yards in 8 games. What do you think? My grandparents would run faster. Since week 8, he hasn't even received a pass. Now I ask you, where is the commitment? Where is the passion? Ryan Poles has a brutal decision. With a simple cut, the Bears can free up $5.5 million in salary cap. Do you realize? $5.5 million to reinvest in real talent. A move that could completely change the future of the team. This 2-year contract has been a complete disappointment. Signed to be the second tight end alongside Cole Kmet, Everett has been conspicuous by his absence. Its performance is so poor that even Shane Waldron, before being fired, no longer used it. I tell you, a total failure. The Bears have gone 4 consecutive seasons without playoffs. And are we going to settle for players who don't measure up? By no means. This team needs a radical change, and Everett is the first step. We have amazing prospects like Luke Leachy from Iowa or Mason Taylor from LSU who really want to play. The 2025 draft gives us options to replace Everett with youth and hunger. Imagine a young, hungry tight end who represents the spirit of Chicago. Do you want my opinion? This is not the type of player that embodies the Bears' tradition. We are a franchise of warriors, not mediocre ones paid with million-dollar checks. The history of the Bears is made of passion, grab, and determination. The tight ends market is full of talents who would give everything for a spot on this team. Bowling Green has Harold Fannin Jr. with 100 receptions and 342 yards this season. Does this sound like someone who could wear Bears colors? I say yes. And now, family, I ask you the question we all want answered. Are you ready for a radical change in the tight end of the Bears? Mike Vrabel. It's on Chicago's radar, and I'm going to tell you everything. Are you ready for the information bomb? Get ready. I tell you something. Vrabel is not just any coach. We are talking about a coach of the year in 2021 with a 54-45 record in Tennessee, 3 trips to the playoffs, and an appearance in the AFC Championship. Does this sound like someone common to you? Not at all. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler made it clear. Chicago is the most fascinating setting for Vrabel. I believe that we are facing a revolution at the door. A coach who understands leadership, who knows how to work the trenches. That's what we need. Look at his career. From legendary player to unstoppable coach. Vrabel is not a guy who settles. He is a born strategist who has transformed entire teams. His time in Tennessee was no coincidence. It was pure determination. Now I ask you a question. Can the Bears find the perfect strategist for Caleb Williams? I tell them, Vrabel could be that piece. A coach who not only sees talent, but boosts it. His track record is amazing. 2 offensive coordinators on his team, Matt LaFleur and Arthur Smith, are already heads of the team. Chance? No. It is pure strategy and vision. Vrabel not only directs, he trains future leaders. A bomb fact. Brian Daboll, current Giants coach, could be your adventure partner. Can you imagine that duo? I tell you, it would be a revolution in Chicago. 2 brilliant minds, 1 goal. Transform the Bears. The Bears are looking for more than a coach. They are looking for a leader, a transformer of cultures. Vrabel is not just a technician. He is an equipment architect. His time in Tennessee proves it. A guy who doesn't give up, who fights every game as if it were his last. Of course, not everything is perfect. Vrabel is not a master of passing. But I ask you, do we need a passing wizard or a team builder? Teams, family, and he knows how to build teams like no one else. Do you know what fascinates me the most? That Vrabel understands the heart of American football. It's not just strategy, it's passion. Each player under his command becomes a warrior. What better for a team with the history of the Bears? And let's not forget Caleb Williams, a quarterback with explosive potential who needs the perfect mentor. Vrabel could be that piece that completes the Chicago puzzle. And now, the question we all want to answer. Is Mike Vrabel destined to be the savior of the Chicago Bears? Today I want to speak to you from the heart. We have 3 big questions that keep us on. Are you ready to see Trey Smith conquering the trenches in our jersey? Imagine that power, that talent arriving in Chicago. Can we transform our tight end position? Everett is not the future, and we all know it. We need new blood, hunger for play. And the million-dollar question, will Mike Vrabel be the leader who will get us out of this competitive drought? A guy who does not give up, who fights every game. Look, this is not a community. We are a family, and the families support each other. Comment, explode with passion. I want your crazy theories. I want your predictions that make the network shake. Trey Smith? Vrabel? A new tight end? Tell me everything. If you don't comment, you are not a Bears fan. Subscribe and be part of this family. Bear Down family. This channel is your home.